안녕하세요. 한마음이민법인 대표 김미연입니다. 제가 되게 특별한 VIP를 또 모셔서 이렇게 영상을 촬영합니다. 포르투갈에 굉장히 큰 로펌이 있어요. 그 로펌에서 긴 경력을 갖고 있는 베테랑이시고요. 포르투갈 이민에 대해서는 굉장히 유명하신 분인데 포르투갈로 이민 가고 싶으신 분들을 위해서 중요한 정보들을 공유하기 위해서 이렇게 제가 촬영을 갑자기 합니다. 두 분이 투자이민 박람회 안에서 유일하게 포르투갈 전문 이민 변호사세요. 이 특별한 시간 끝까지 시청하시면서 포르투갈 이민에 관심이 있었다면 나한테 중요한 정보를 꼭 한번 확인해 주시기 바랍니다. 그리고 혹시 더 관련된 질문이 이어지시게 되면 한마음으로 연락 주세요. Introduce yourself and then your law firm information for our subscriber or the people who interested in Portugal immigration program.
PaxLegal is a Portuguese law firm. We are located in Lisbon, Portugal, and what we do is especially specialize in foreign investment in Portugal. One of our main interests also is immigration. We take care of everything for our clients since the first step. We take care for the fiscal numbers, opening bank accounts, and we cherish our clients very much from step one until the end, until they obtain their or golden visa or their resident cards.
I'd like to know about your private information, your education background or your career and so on. Can you explain about yourself? Because you are a very important person for my potential client.
I degreed in Lisbon, in the University of Lisbon Catholic, and all my life I've been a lawyer in Portugal. I've been for more than 30 years lawyer in Portugal. I have, I would say, quite experience. Mainly, I head of Department of Investments and Real Estate. Of course, PaxLegal has also other departments, as Barbara here is my also head leader of the Department of Immigration. And what we do essentially is private law. So we are very much, I would say, prepared to accompany, to encourage our clients.
I would also add that PaxLegal has been created for 5 years almost. But me and Antonio, we worked together for more than 25 years. And our experience in immigration is very extensive. We work with the subject for more than 15 years now. And we are glad to say that we have had 100% success in all our applications. Any kind of residence, golden visa also, of course, nationality.
Why is Portugal a good country to live in?
I would say Portugal is a very safe place. We have one of the lowest rates in violence in the world. Our growth is quite good economically. We are, I believe, the last year the second country highest in growth in Europe. And so, besides, of course, we have a great climate, very mild, and have great beaches. We have great foods. I would say that, and besides that, the Portuguese people are very friendly. And so I think those are the main reasons why normally the foreigners look for Portugal.
Do you have any other reason why Portugal is good to live in?
We have good education. We have 2 great universities, for instance, Nova and Católica, who are internationally ranked. And that is one more reason to add.
Yes.
If I apply for golden visa, do I have to live in Portugal?
An applicant for golden visa doesn't have to reside in Portugal. The minimum requirement of stay is 7 days in average per year of validity of the card. So if the card is valid for 2 years, which it is, the first card is valid for 2 years, the applicant must spend 14 days in Portugal. So he doesn't have to reside there, but he can reside in Portugal if he wants.
How can I apply for golden visa?
For the golden visa specifically, this is a very straightforward application. The main applicant must do an investment in one of several available modalities. We have modalities for instance, investment in culture that has a minimum invest 250,000 euros. This is a donation. This amount of 250,000 may be decreased by 20%, so 200,000 if the project that is previously approved by the government is located in an inland territory. But for the investors who like to really invest and they don't mind it, it's their profile, they can also apply for they can also go through the modality of application through investment in funds, which minimum amount required is 500,000 euros. There are several funds that are eligible for the Golden Visa. Not all of them are, and also there is not a list of the eligible funds for Golden Visa. But of course, our role as lawyers is to do the due diligence and see if these funds are eligible or not.
I see. What is the difference from D7 and Golden Visa?
There is a big difference.
Yes.
Mainly, so the similarities are both are residence permits and both allow you to reside in Portugal. But the Golden Visa is more flexible as you don't have, for two reasons. For one reason, you don't have to live in Portugal, but you have, in other way around, you have to make an investment. And for the D7, you don't have to make an investment. You only have to get a passive income. So Golden Visa, you don't have to reside in Portugal, but you have to make an investment. D7, you don't have to make the investment, but you have to live in Portugal.
Yeah, I see. Do you have any other visa except the D7?
Yes, we have 9 visas, D visas. D1 is work visa. D2 is entrepreneurship, startup, and independent professional visa. We have the D3, which is high qualified activity. D4 and D5 are student visas. D6 is family reunification. D7 is passive income. So D8 is digital nomad visa or remote work. And D9 is the golden visa.
Each visa category have to take a procedure to get the visa, right? So can you explain about the procedure?
I'll just make
Yes.
a brief summary
Yes.
because for all the Ds except the golden visas, the D1, D2, D3, D4, D5, D6, D7, and D8, they all have 2 stages. The first stage is in the country of the applicant, country of residence or country of the nationality. And then the applicant has to submit all the documentation. Of course, that the lawyer helps to arrange all this documentation, see if everything is fine, to guarantee that the process will be approved. Then we submit the application at the Portuguese consular representation. Normally, these, from the moment of the submission until the moment of the final approval at the embassy, the process takes more or less 3 to 4 months. And then the embassy gives residence visa that is valid for 120 days, and that allows the entrance of the applicant for 2 times in Portugal. One of these times should be to come for the country to do the biometrics at the immigration services in Portugal. So stage 2 is the visit, the appointment at the immigration services in Portugal. We accompany the client in all these 2 stages since step 1 until the client has the residence card in their hands.
Some of the potential clients asked me like this: do I have to access to Portuguese health care and education with the golden visa or type of residence?
Yes. So with the golden visa or with any kind of residence, as foreign citizens who have these residences are of course entitled to education and to healthcare.
And that is one of the reasons also we believe that the foreigners are demanding Portugal, because we have quite a good services, healthcare and education, and mostly are for free.
Can applicant apply to the nationality with the golden visa or with the other type of residence visa?
The process of residence, after it's granted, it gives the right to transitory or temporary residency. This temporary residency is valid for 5 years, and after 5 years, the applicant is allowed to apply or for permanent residency or for nationality. Some people don't know the difference. They think that permanent residence and nationality are the same, but they are not. Permanent residency, that will be renewed every 5 years. The temporary residency is renewed for 2 years and 3. The permanent residency is a more permanent thing. Citizenship is the passport. The permanent residence is not. The citizenship is the passport, and it makes me as a citizen of the EU. The
I see.
permanent residency don't.
Main difference from the nationality and permanent residency.
The procedure is very different. The permanent residency is a procedure that takes place at the immigration services, and it requires the language, the knowledge of the Portuguese language, a level A2 at the moment. The nationality also requires the knowledge of the language as an A2, but the process takes place at the IRN, which is the Institute of Registry and Notary, so the civil registry, and it will give me a passport.
So how long take to get nationality after submission of the
For the
application?
moment, the average of this procedure is 2 years after the submission. We know that the Portuguese government is working and the Portuguese institutions are working in reducing these timelines for 50% of the time, so hopefully 1 year. But of course, that the demand is so high that before we reach to that timelines, it's still going to take some time. But anyway, I think it's worth the while to have a Portuguese passport.
Do you have any advice for the people who are interested in Portugal immigration program?
Well, I would say that you should apply to Portuguese program. I think it's the most popular and I say the best program in Europe comparison to other countries. So I think that you'll be in good hands in your good hands.
Yes, so my main advice, if you are willing to relocate or to Portugal or to get a golden visa in Portugal, you must not do it by yourself. You must seek the expertise of experienced people, because of course there are always, unfortunately, people who try to make money not knowing about the matter, and that is why it is highly recommendable to seek the assistance of the ones who have expertise.